Welcome back, Skybridge family. Today was a very bad day for Baloyi. Something happened in that courtroom that turned a seemingly simple line of questioning into a serious problem for the state. One answer opened another question. Then another question exposed something that simply doesn't sit comfortably. And just when you think the courtroom has reached its limit, Gadla drops a challenge that leaves the NPA with a very uncomfortable question. Then what are you waiting for? Was this just another day in court? Or did Ramusipali expose a weakness the state would rather keep buried? Let's get into it.
So essentially it says in Kelly Khumalo's memory, phone memory, there is a photo of a money bag that is located at the exact same spot, location as in your phone, Mr. Mncube.
Oh, ngabanye amazwi uthi ke uma sekubhekwa ke imemory ye cellphone ka Kelly Khumalo ihlaziywa ngabahlaziyi ama-analyst phecelezi kuye kwatholakala ke isithombe esisendaweni efana ncamashi noma isifana ncamashi nalesi sitholakala kuwena nomzana Mncube njengoba wawusho manje.
Is that what you are relating
Yiloko wawuchaza
in
manje
your answer
ngendaba
before?
yesithombe semali.
Yeah, but isithombe lesi azange sitshele la ikhotha ukuthi sifika kanjani. Kimi sifika kanjani Kelly Khumalo.
Yes, but that photo, he never mentioned or explained in court as to how did it arrive to me.
Yes.
Neither how did it arrive to Kelly Khumalo.
Ngoba ngicabanga ukuthi kuneyindlela zokuxhumana esemafonini la eMzansi.
Because I think in South Africa here, there's a way of communicating or linking to each other through phones.
Well, Gadla just pulled the thread. Gininda presents the money bag material as part of the conspiracy narrative, but Gadla asks the obvious evidential question. What connects these people to the actual transfer of that bag? A photograph on a phone is not automatically proof of a criminal agreement. Suspicion may raise an eyebrow. It doesn't establish a conspiracy. And that little distinction matters enormously in a criminal trial. But just when Gadla's challenge started putting the state's version under pressure, Judge Rata descended into the arena with a question that appeared to give Gininda's evidence a lifeline. Let's continue listening on.
Mr. Baloyi, was Gininda cross-examined concerning the linkages, the aspects concerning the linkages?
Well, our recollection, my lord, is that not in the terms, specific terms, now that the accused is alleging, but we're relying on memory, my lord. We checking the record.
And
My lord, the court has just asked us if there's evidence to this effect that there was evidence about the transparent money back on Ms. Kelly Khumalo's phone. Colonel Stein did testify about that, and his affidavit has been handed up where the photos of the money bag
are shown there.
Yes, are shown.
I can remember that.
Uthi
let's
umehluleli
continue.
uyakukhumbula.
As the court pleases, my lord.
Now things got interesting. Judge Rata's question gave Baloyi an opportunity to clarify whether this had already been dealt with in cross-examination. Baloyi checked the record and came back with Colonel Stein's evidence and photographs. But here's the problem. A cell phone analyst showing photographs doesn't magically establish the meaning behind them. If the photographs came from the internet, the crucial evidential question remains. What exactly do those images prove about these accused? Because evidence isn't a magic trick. A picture can be real, and the conclusion drawn from it can still be wrong. And Gadla wasn't finished. Let's continue listening on.
Now he proceeds, Colonel Brigadier Gininda, to say, this is, and there is no reasonable explanation as to why Kelly Khumalo will be in contact telephonically with the hitmen or the killers of her boyfriend and share the same picture of a bag full of money.
Uqhubekile wase uyasho ukuthi ke kasikho isizathu esizwisisekayo singachaza ukuthi kubani ke u Kelly Khumalo wayexhumana ke nalowo umbulali noma mhlaseli womlingani wakhe noma ke iboyfriend yakhe and futhi baphinde babe nezithombe ezifanayo zemali.
Did you understand that?
Uyakuzwisisa lokho?
Ngiyakuthola.
I
Kodwa
do.
ngisho uSteni la ekhotho wahluleka ukuchaza ukuthi zafika kanjani komunye.
I do get you, but Steyn himself, right here in court, failed to explain as to how did they reach to each other.
Ubugebengu nje singakhuluma singafaki izindaba zobugebengu. Ubugebengu lobo benzakalayo. Ngoba makuzothiwa kunesithombe ngapha kunesithombe ngapha, kumele kube khona indlela eyifike ngayo komunye umuntu. Ungavele kuthiwa nje kunezithombe kubantu ezibonakalayo ukuthi ziyafana.
So this is criminality, what was happened here, if we may put it straightforward. It is criminality. There should be an explanation as to how did they reach or get to each other. It shouldn't just be a mere allegation that there are similar photos on each other.
La into abazama ukuyenza ukuthi mhlambe bafuna indlela yokuthi kubonakale kangconywana abakwenzayo bona. Kodwa noma kungenayo into ebhalwe phansi ekhona ukuthi na indlela okuxhunyanwe ngayo. Yabo kodwa bafuna nje ukubonisa ukuthi bona babona izinto ngendlela abazobonisa ngayo icourt.
What they were trying to do, it was just an endeavor to show the court. Bafuna ukubonisa ukuthini? Phindele lapho.
Bafuna ukuzama ukubonisa icourt ukuthi mhlambe bona labantu baba kunesithombe ngapha nangapha kodwa ayikho indlela yokuxhumana.
They trying to prove that there was a photo on either side, on this side and the other side. But there is no way that they proved that there was actually linkage.
Okay.
Boom! Gadler wasn't buying the inference. His response to Gininda was devastatingly direct. Taking the presence of a photograph and turning it into proof of a murder conspiracy, according to Gadler, was ubugebengu, criminality, designed to mislead the court. That's a serious allegation. But legally, the important question isn't who shouted the loudest. It's whether the state can prove the inference from admissible evidence beyond reasonable doubt. And if the photograph doesn't establish the alleged agreement, then the state still has a mountain to climb. The picture may be there, but the conspiracy still has to be proved. Let's continue listening on.
And she further states that she regrets not succeeding to get rid of him before.
Uqhubekile waqhaza ukuthi ke uyazisola ngokuthi ke angakwazanga ukuthi amsuse ngaphambili.
And he continues, taking into account all of these facts, an inference can be drawn that she meant killing him.
Uqhubekile ke waqhaza wathi ke uma ke ubhekisisa konke lokho leyo nkulumo lokho kungaletha umqondo noma kungafinyelelisa umuntu emqondweni ukuthi ke wayechaza ukuthi ambulale.
Then he proceeds, evidence by means of a sworn collaborating and independent witnesses statement establish a causal link between the offenders and the offenses of murder.
Can you repeat that for me? Evidence by Mr.
By means of a sworn collaborating and independent witness statements.
Ubufakazi ke obufakazela lokho obuqhamuka ke kufakazi ofungile wabhalisa istatement esifungelwe. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, Mr. Mbatsane. Where am I?
I don't have a copy. I'm just...
Establish a causal link between the offenders and the offenses of murder.
Oh, lobo bufakazi obufungelwe bukafakazi obufungelwe noma ubufakazi obuyistatement esifungelwe empeleni uyaxhumana causal
Causal link between the offenders and the offenses of murder,
obuxhumanisa labo abantu okuthiwa benze lecala kanti ke necala lokubulala.
robbery,
Xhumanisa futhi liyabafaka ke ecaleni futhi lokubamba inkunzi.
robbery and aggravating circumstances, possession of a licensed firearm, and possession of ammunition, and conspiracy to commit murder.
Ukubamba inkunzi kunezimo ezandisa ububi, ukutholakala ke nesibhamu ngokungekho emthethweni, ukungenazo incwadi ezigunyaza ukutholakala nalezo sibhamu, kanti ke nokwakha uzungu lokubulala umuntu. Ngamanye amazwi uthi uma ubheka lesi statement esifungelo ubheka ke leso statement ke siyabaxhumanisa ke labo bantu okuthiwa benze ububi balamacala esengiwashilo nalolu daba.
And then finally he says, Ms. Kelly Khumalo seems to be the trigger point of this murder.
Ekugcineni ke uyasho ukuthi ke uKelly Khumalo kuyakhomba ukuthi uyena ke umsusi walolu daba.
And then he says the statement was commissioned on the 23rd of November 2020.
Wayesephetha ngokuthi ke istatement lesi safungelwa ngumfungisi waso ngomhla zingama-23 enyangeni kaNovember onyakeni ka-2020.
Now, Mr. Mngube, when Brigadier Geninda says Kelly Khumalo is the trigger point of this murder, and Mr. Advocate Mnisi has taken you through this, essentially what he says is that this is an agreed and deliberate, discussed murder amongst the five of you, and the five of you, inclusively, were procured by Ms. Kelly Khumalo to kill Mr. Robert Senzo Meiwa.
Ngamanye amazwi ke uma uGeninda ibeka ngalolu hlobo uchaza ukuthi ke uKelly Khumalo wanthenga nina nobahlanga ukuthi ke niyobulala ke umufi lo.
Do you want to comment on that last aspect?
Ungathanda ukuphawula yini kuloko wemncuphe?
Hayi into emangazayo nje nehlekisayo ukuthi uKelly Khumalo akekho la.
What surprises here, and which is also fun, is that Kelly Khumalo is not present here.
Kusho ukuthi umthetho khona la usebenza khona phela ungasebenzi khona.
That will mean that there are at certain stages where the law functions and there is where it doesn't function.
Ngoba ngicabanga ukuthi umuntu othenga abantu yena umuntu osuke ebulale lo muntu kahle kahle.
Because I think that someone who had procured people, in actual fact, that person is actually the murderer.
Ngoba umuntu obulele angeke ayobulala umuntu lo omthengile engazange asho.
Because a person who kills will not go and kill a person without an instruction of the one who procured that person.
So umuntu obaleke kakhulu uyombulali nomuntu othengile. Kodwa umuntu othengile kuza kanjani ngokuya kwawo amaphoyisa ukuthi akekho la enkantolo kodwa ebekhipha imali ukuthi hambulala umuntu.
So the person who will be very, very important. It will be the murderer, being the person who committed the murder, and the person also who procured that person. So, according to what the police say, now the question is, how come is the person who did the procurement is not before court?
Kudlalwa ngathi senziwa abantwana abancane.
Yeah, it is like they are playing games like as if we are small children.
Manje thina sona ingane ukuthi sizoxhashazwa nje kuthiwe usithengiwe kodwa ngapha umuntu othekile kuthiwa akekho kodwa akaboshiwe.
We are not children, my lord. to be exploited. Allegations being made against us that we have been procured, but the procurer or the alleged procurer has not been arrested.
Sitshelo nje ngencwadi ethiwa kwabhalwa incwadi ukuthi akaboshwe. Ubona kahle into engekho leyo.
We are-
Ukuba yayibhaliwe ngabe uboshiwe.
We are only being told about a document or warrant that it was declared that that person should be arrested.
Now, to be
But that
fair-
is something that does not exist, because if there was such a person, would have been arrested.
And to be fair to you, Mr. Mngube, on that aspect, Brigadier Gininda was asked the same question, and he said he presented his viewpoint to the prosecution, and he was told to hold the process of issuing of that warrant for Ms. Kelly Kumalo so that further investigations should be conducted, because this was a prosecutorial-driven investigation.
Ukuyibeka kahle kuwena weMncube. Wabuzwa ke uGininda ngalolo daba ngaloyo ndlela. Kodwa ke yena waphendula ngokuthi yena wawubeka umbono wakhe ngendlela abona ngayo. Kwabegunya lezokushushisa. Kodwa ke waziswa ukuthi ibambe kancane weGininda ake umise lolo daba. Ngoba lolo daba lisafuna ukuthi kungakhishwa incwadi egunyazayo ukuthi aboshwe. Kodwa ke kuhlolisiswe kuqala kuphenywe kuqala, ngoba lolu phenyo uhlobo lophenyo elenziwa lufaka abashushisi ngaphakathi.
Ukusho ukuthi kusafuna investigation ke ku-NPA ngaleyo nto leyo.
Then that means that an investigation is still necessary by the NPA regarding that issue,
Ngoba phela uyaziwa umuntu owathenga abantu ukuthi babulale uSenzo Meyiwa.
because accordingly the person who supposedly procured people to kill Senzo Meyiwa, it's known.
Okay. Are we done? Thank you.
Yes, I am.
Now that is the question the MPA cannot run away from. Ramasipili put the pieces together. Gininda says his evidence formed the basis for believing Kelly was involved. He says he even prepared to arrest her. Then Baloyi says, essentially, not so fast, more investigation. And Gininda adds another bombshell. This was a prosecutorial-led investigation. So Gadler's challenge is brutally simple. If the NPA genuinely has a solid case that Kelly paid these accused to kill Senzo, investigate it properly and prosecute her. Because you cannot have it both ways. You cannot present Kelly as the alleged mastermind when discussing motive, yet retreat into, more investigation is needed, when the question becomes, so where is the case against her? And that's where the comparison raised in court becomes uncomfortable. If the state can pursue an alleged hitman hiring theory in other matters, why should the public accept a completely different standard here? What makes Kelly so special? If the evidence is there, bring the case. If the evidence isn't there, then the court must ask a much harder question. Are we looking at proof of a conspiracy or a theory desperately searching for the evidence to support it? That's not a small hole in the state's case. That's a hole you can drive the entire prosecution theory through. Thank you to everyone for watching, subscribing and supporting Skybridge. And a special thank you to our amazing channel members. Your support keeps these courtroom breakdowns going. Like, comment, share and subscribe. We appreciate you. Until next time, goodbye.